boy. Okay, 7 years later and finally it has dropped. So the reason I'm doing this quite late is because I bought this just when it released in early access. I reserved my username, so you can see luckily no one has taken the Blue Crusader, but this is Hytale, so I don't know what to expect of this. I was too busy working on other videos and a top 15 games video, so I didn't get a chance to play it, so I've literally not touched this ever since I bought it. I just downloaded it, you could see at the start of the video, I had to update it. Now we're on it. So, first impressions, let's just do a review. I didn't watch any gameplay post-release. I didn't watch any people's reviews because I didn't want to kind of be biased or change how I would feel about this. So I do not know what to expect other than the videos I made, which is kind of weird because I was making like the most videos on Hytale at one point when nobody was covering it. I had some of the most popular videos on it, so kind of weird, I guess, for people to see me not cover it until now. Anyways, let's just check it out. So settings, what kind of settings have we got in here? So general settings, we can change the field of view, so we have got an FOV slider, that's nice to see. We can change the shoulder shifting, so we can go over the right or the left shoulder in third person view. We can then customize the UI, so we can change things like damage numbers, the health bars of entities, we can hide the HUD, the compass, all the visual elements can basically be hidden. And under gameplay, camera relative flight, so you'll move based on where you're looking if that's on, so that's interesting. Camera relative climbing is when pressing forward you'll move based on where you're looking. You have auto step enabled, so like in Minecraft you'll automatically walk up blocks with a height of 1. That's really useful with mods that enable that, because that gets a bit annoying when you have to keep jumping or just turn on auto jump. That's the most insufferable thing in Minecraft, so I'm glad that's on. Utility quick swap to instantly switch to the next item when you tap the keybind. There's also arachnophobia mode, so this is going to be interesting. So if you're an arachnophobe, aka if you're scared of spiders, you can turn this on. Spiders will be replaced by another model, which is a crab. So most games they basically have arachnophobia mode like World of Warcraft, and it's the same thing where when you turn it on it just swaps the model for a crab. So pretty interesting. Now I don't know why, but I thought people who were scared of spiders would probably be scared of crabs because like it's a similar shape, but what do I know. We can change preferred pickup locations, so this defines the location to prioritize when picking up this certain item in the hotbar, so we can change that to the hotbar or the inventory. That's interesting. Then we have settings for the camera, so we can change the first person, third person. Oh, so this sets the preference on spawn, so will we drop in and go straight into first person mode, or will we go into third person mode? So we can turn on or off the sprint FOV effect, and the intensity can be changed for that. We can turn on or off bobbing, the camera shake effects. So I'm going to leave this stuff on just for the gameplay to show you guys the default. I'd usually turn a lot of these visual stuff off because it helps me a lot. We can change certain things in the creative mode. Builder tools, okay, so tool notifications, so this is interesting. Tool reach distance, so I don't know if this is, it says building tools, so is this creative or is this some kind of integrated building tools that you can also use in the normal mode? I don't know. So under video, what can we do? So full screen mode is off, so if you didn't realize I am running this in a windowed mode, so I guess maybe can we turn on full screen and then go borderless? I don't know. VSync's on by default, so if you didn't know, that just caps basically the frames to your monitor's refresh rate, so you don't get any of that screen tearing and flickering. Unlimited FPS is off by default, but we've got up to 240. I mean, who's getting more than 240, right? Graphics preset, for some reason it's put me on medium. I feel pretty insulted. There's not really much of an upgrade I can have other than maybe my graphics card, because that's still 3090, so I could probably run this game on epic unless it's really badly optimized, so I'm going to go ahead and change that. World detail maximum, so I'm guessing that's going to put everything higher, so you can fiddle around with everything, right? Shading quality on medium, I'll turn that up as well. I want to see what's the max I can push this game to, because surely the game was being developed 7 years ago, so surely even with updates I should still be able to run this technology, right? Shouldn't be like AAA next gen. But you can change sun shafts, bloom, shading, particle shadows, or vice versa. Audio, so this is where we can change all the sound settings. Everything's on 85 by default, so that's interesting. Mouse inversion is horrible. I'm glad that's off by default. If you play old games like Star Wars Battlefront 2, the old one, you'll know that they all have like mouse inversion on by default, which is so horrible for flying ships. So there's some interesting stuff under controls, so you can change sprint to hold or toggle. Same for walking and crouching, so that can be like quality of life features. Then we have the keybinds. I would read these, but I'm just going to hope they're similar to Minecraft. I'm going to scroll down so you can pause it in case that matters. Pick a block, middle mouse, switch game mode with O. Inventory's tab, so it's not E or I like Minecraft. We also have machinima editor, map, creative tools, and playlist. And then we have the building tools, which we mentioned before. The screenshot's F12, so that's quite modern. It's not F2 like Minecraft. And the command is slash. You can decrease and increase speed. So there's a lot of stuff. So we'll save that. I think we've covered everything. Then we have other tabs. So we have worlds, minigames, servers, and my avatar. So I have seen on Twitter, because I couldn't obviously avoid every piece of media regarding Hytale before recording, but I have seen that some people have already started servers, if I'm correct. So worlds, this is where we're going to create a world. So we're going to come back to this. Minigames, this is going to be available in the future. So apparently they said they will have example minigames. I think, because I did a video showcasing all the stuff before the game dropped, and I guess most people watching this would have seen that. Pretty sure Hytale will first be releasing high pixel minigames for people to play on, then release those minigames as public source code as an example for people to kind of understand how they work. They'll develop their own, and then public servers will kind of release their own. But I think servers can just release their own servers and games now. I think that's just how it works. I don't know if they have a server browser. So we have no servers added. You can add one by clicking add server. So for now, we have direct connect. So this is just like Minecraft. We just type in an IP. We can also join via a code. So this is an invite code we have to copy and paste. And we can add a server with a connection address and a name, which will add it to our server list. So we can add it to favorites, then local. Then we have avatar editor. Okay, so let's go ahead and make our character. So this is a little bit far removed from me because I don't have ginger hair. I guess this would probably suit a similar haircut to what I've got right now because it's growing out a bit, but I need a beard. And I don't know why it's showing female hairs. Is this just female hair, or is this like, I don't know if this changed the gender. So there's a few categories. So right now, first you can pick head, and then that has subcategories. So first we need a haircut. Well, this seems decently alright. I'm just going to change it to be a bit darker because my hair is not quite black. And then I'll scroll down and I'm just going to show you some of the hairstyles available, right? Okay, so you have quite a few hair. In fact, I'll show you a few of the interesting ones just so you can kind of see it. So I guess this would be good for kind of like African people, maybe this kind of hairstyle. I guess you can pick whatever you want though. That's the beauty of it. And apparently you can pick like all the female hairs. I don't know if there's actually like a gender button or if you just like, I guess that'll be on body, right? But you seem to be able to pick whatever hair it is. So I guess people have the freedom to kind of customize the character how they want. I guess that's pretty cool. So I'll show you guys all the hair colors on this. Pretty cool character creator. Look how square-headed that is. There's literally no like shape to it. It's just like a box head. But yeah, they've actually added quite a lot of cool character customization. I'm not going to show you all of them, but like you can pause the video. Obviously, if you're an old guy and you're playing Hytale, let's say you're above 40 and you're playing Hytale, I mean, that's pretty embarrassing, but you can still obviously pick a haircut, right? But yeah, so there's some really cool haircuts in here. I might go ahead and change this later. I'm not sure if you can actually just change your haircut later, but I'm going to hope so. Then we've got eyebrows here, so we can make them really bushy. Like obviously, yet again, if you're an old dude, you're above 50 and you're playing Hytale, then you can pick all these as well. We're probably going to find out later there's a lot of weirdos playing this game. There's going to be some drama. This is just the beginning, but oh damn, look at his eyes, those pupils. If you pick those pupils, you've definitely been doing something which shouldn't be happening. And then we've got these reptilian eyes for people who are reptiles living among us, controlling the universe and the world. Feline eyes, demonic eyes, and if we turn them red, that's actually pretty cool. You could look like some kind of like original vampire or something if you watch like those shows like the originals and stuff. That's pretty cool. Then these are goat eyes. I guess I can kind of see that. I don't know. I'm kind of tempted to pick these demonic eyes because they actually look really cool, but we're just going to go with normal eyes. I'm going to try and make this character look like me as much as possible. I think so far so good. And then, right, we're going to add a beard. Oh my gosh. We can add one of those classical mustaches. That looks awesome. I'm not sure if we can find like a fairly short beard because a lot of these are like Victorian and steampunk era like facial hair. This just looks like a dwarf of World of Warcraft. But yeah, I'm liking the level of customizability so far. That's what I like. They've got a lot of stuff just on launch for you to change your character with. I guess this is like the shortest kind of beard, but it's still a bit too thick for my beard, but this is still pretty cool. Okay, so I guess hats. So we have a pirate hat, we have a beanie hat. So I thought maybe we'd have to like like add hats in like inventory slots in game, but I guess hats are just like added as part of the character customization, so that's kind of cool. Also, what's interesting, if you're noticing, when we actually press an item, each of them have different sets of colors, so we can actually change like the details on this hat, for an example, and we can change the colors. So not all items support the same colors, but certain details on them, they have like multiple skins, like this daisy wreath thing for the head. Can put like a little daisy on the side. We've got these steampunk goggles again. I think we've seen this on the trailer before. Locked cosmetic, upgrade to the supporter edition. Yeah, you see, that's the thing. I did want to support this game, but I think I bought the normal license, so a lot of you guys might have some secret cosmetics. I'm not too bothered about these ones, to be honest, so I don't think I'm missing out too much, but there's some pretty cool customization. I think this is particularly added as a reference to the old Minecraft, so you can go ahead and Google it, but there was a mob called Rana, and she had a very similar hat to this with the ears on. Can't remember what color it was. I think it was green, something like this, if my memory serves me well, but you can go ahead and Google that. I'm pretty sure that's what the reference is for hats. That's pretty cool to see. We've got different shades, we've got aviators, some pretty cool glasses, swimming goggles. I don't know what this is, like I guess a plant stalk. Got a pirate eye patch, these professor glasses, and yet again another locked cosmetic. You can also have piercings, like these look like pirate earrings as well. I'm actually really impressed with how many features they've added, and most of them aren't locked either, so if you buy the license, for the most part you're getting most of the customization. Now these are below body stuff, so right now I have obviously clothes on, so I can't see most of the stuff. You can also change the face. These are really subtle details though. They might add like a little bit of aging. They don't really do that much, to be honest. You can change the mouth, but I've got a beard so you can't really see it. Okay, this is cool. So you can have elf ears, large elf ears, drooping elf ears, small, or just these massive ogre ears. So if you want to make like a Lord of the Rings character, I guess you get the freedom to do so. And then here we can just customize our character. So if you want to be professional, you can have like a blazer. I do have some kind of over jacket. I am going to take that off temporarily though, because I do want to see what this stuff looks like. So if you want to look smart and casual, I mean, I'm usually wearing a white shirt. Literally just going to try and make this look like me, make it a lore accurate. If I can find like a generic white shirt. This is kind of like a knitted jumper. I just want to find normal white shirt. I don't want to wear a flower shirt, paint splatter shirt, simple tunic. I'm gonna have to go back to the medieval times. These kind of look like Harry Potter shirts, pirate shirts, short sleeve shirt. Okay, so this is the kind of shirt I want, but for some reason the normal shirt doesn't let me pick a white one. I guess when we change the color it does show us which ones are white. I don't know. Okay, I think that's as close to I'm gonna get. That's pretty cool. Then, like I said, we do have these other garments. So like cardigans, fleeces, coats, hoodies. There's a lot of different stuff. Look at this big trench coat. You could literally just be like a steampunk pirate. Honestly, there's some really cool stuff. I'm not going to put anything over my character. I don't really like that scarf either, to be honest with you. And you can also have mittens and gloves. Okay, we're going to keep it classy. Going to give the casual CEO look. I have quite dark jeans. Don't know if I can find the colour for those. I think it's something like that, but I don't really have any decoration. Okay, I think that's the closest to my look. Okay, socks. We'll just put some like random like leather boots on. Okay, then we'll just wear some like trainers. I think that's about as close I'll get to me. That's actually pretty accurate. Maybe I could change the haircut. The beard needs to be a bit shorter. Oh, capes. Forest Guardian cape, early access edition exclusive. Okay, so for buying the game, we just got this cape. And then there's some locked ones too. Most of these are just from pre-ordering though. I don't know if there's any. These are from Cursebreaker edition. I don't really like the fact that they've just given tons of capes for the multiple versions. Like, I would say they should just give you one cape per version. Otherwise, you're just getting tons of extra capes. I like the look of that character. Let's press save. Boom. So we've seen everything. Now we're going to jump into the world, because I'm interested to start the gameplay, because we've been sat in the menus and there's just purely so much content. In fact, wait, okay, the shop's just to upgrade. Yeah, so we've been sat in the menus. So first of all, from the get-go, I can see adventure mode is locked, so we can't actually play adventure mode yet during early access. They are going to release that later. Exploration mode, explore an echo of Orbis, build, craft, survive, and find a way to restore what was lost. So this is like an early access development preview. So I guess this is the closest to survival, but I don't think it's like true survival. I don't know, from my understanding, I don't think they've released true survival, but I'm probably wrong. Creative mode, we can unleash our potential and develop with the powerful creative tools. So we'll try and remember to take a look at that at the end of the video. If I completely didn't mean to create a world. Wait, let me delete this world. If I forget, I'll make another video on it, but let's make an exploration world. Just going to call it first ever Hytale world. There's a settings button here, so you can enable or disable PvP. You can turn off fall damage. I think I might actually do that. Call me a noob, but it's just going to make this stuff better. You can speed up the day-night cycle, so we can make days go 2 times as quick. Inventory penalty on death, so this is keep inventory. So I'm just going to click none. If we click on drop all or partial drop, you can customize the percentage of durability and resource loss that you lose. I'm just going to press none because keep inv actually sounds pretty good to me. So I guess that's kind of like the settings and the game rules. And we're just going to create a world. Let's see what exploration mode's like. Right, we're going to create the world. This is the first time we're jumping into Hytale. I'm pretty excited to actually play this because I've seen the trailers, I've seen the gameplay, I've seen the clips and the dev clips. I know it's kind of just like a remake of Minecraft, right? First Gate of the Echo, Emerald Wilds. So we've joined the first ever Hytale map. So we can interact with candles from the get-go. Can we break blocks? Okay, there's a breaking animation. I like the block moving. That animation's cool. What can we actually pick up? Okay, so we can punch statues. I don't know how long it's going to take to break that with our hands. We can pick up stone. We can just sit down and chill out on this bench. Whatever that does. We can throw rocks. So we can pick up and break rocks and then pick them up, throw them as a projectile. Stone rubble. I don't know what good that does. We can break bushes and we get plant fiber. What's this? I guess this is going to give us stone pebbles too, right? Okay, so we can break a lot of stuff. I guess... Oh, we've got some wild berries. If we hold right click, we eat them as well. We can pick up green flat cap mushrooms, which we can then replace. I don't know if we can eat those or craft them for something. We can also break moss off the top of blocks and then they'll turn into normal blocks. That's pretty cool. Okay, let's pick up some more rubble. We can turn the braziers off, or the braziers. Let's just walk through this door. Okay, now we've... Oh, nice. So now we've entered the world. So it shows on the right hand side when we get items. There's like a little pickup interface, which is quite nice. And the world looks quite nice. It's not as vibrant as I expected it to be, but I do really like the style and the textures. I guess, do we just start the same as Minecraft where we punch blocks? I mean, the wood's taking a while to break, so I'm guessing if we do still break wood with our hands, the whole tree's going to come down, right? Is it got... Oh no. Okay, that was kind of a disappointment. I thought it'd have like a block capita kind of thing. Okay, tabs the inventory. Okay, this is just crafting. So the rubble we picked up and the plant fiber is useful because we need to use that for tools. So we can craft a hatchet. I don't know where on earth I got the sticks from, but I guess that's just from the crops. Ooh. Okay, so if we do have a hatchet, it does have the tree capitator and then everything falls down. So we've got more resources now. Okay, I like the animations already. The tree goes deep into the ground with roots. So it's not like Minecraft where like you just cut the trees on like the above ground and then there's no wood left. It literally, the root goes deep into the ground, which is pretty cool. Okay, so crafting's done the inventory. So as far... Okay, I need some more rubble. Let's go and get ourselves a pickaxe. So as far as I know, we don't really need to make a crafting bench, unless I'm wrong. I think everything's just done in the inventory, right? That's what I'm gauging from this. Okay, let's go ahead. We'll go get some more rubble. So it reminds me of like those primitive mods where you have to pick up stones off the floor. I think that's also what that's inspired from. So let's go ahead, we'll make a pickaxe. We'll also make ourselves a sword in case we run into any nasties. We can make a wooden chest, a campfire. The campfire is all it takes to declare a place home. Unshakable bonds can be forged while you bask in its warmth and all great tales. So some heebie-jeebie stuff. I like how it has a tooltip though, where it kind of gives you info about an item. So light hide can be processed into light leather to tanning rack. So I'm guessing the hides from killing some animals like cows, right? If it's like Minecraft, because we're going to need a bed. Workbench, so we do have workstations, we just need any stone, so let's just go get 3 of this. I'm guessing this should be good enough, right? Cobblestone. It's like playing Minecraft, bro, like all over again. Okay, right, I'm not sure if we can find, like, is the villagers... As I say, is the villagers, and then there's just a village right next to me. Okay, so I'm gonna just go cut another tree. We're now in the drifting plains in the Emerald Wilds, so this is all exciting. I'm liking this game so far. I'm liking it. Usually just like a long play of Minecraft can be quite anticlimactic because everybody's played the game. Breaking blocks, it's nothing new, but we're in a whole new world here. We're not in a Minecraft mod pack. We're in a game that we've been waiting for over 7 years. So this is going to be new for everyone, including me, right? I'm blocking as if the bunny's going to fight back. Can I just say, that bunny, F5's not doing anything. I don't know how to change the character perspective. That bunny is massive. I shouldn't be killing this thing. Look how big that bunny is. It's as big as my character. What is going on there? What have they been feeding that thing? I'm going to eat this meat, you know. They say eat your greens, eat your protein. I mean, if the rabbit's that big, surely that meat's going to make me grow big and strong, right? Okay, so from here, I can already... Oh, if we hold C, we can go into like a temporary like out-of-body experience to pan around and see our character. And then if we let go... I think there's a skeleton there. I don't know if that skull's moving. Pretty sure that's our first enemy. But we found an abandoned minecart rail already. I don't really know what good's going to come of me just breaking these tracks, because I don't think I'm going to make a minecart. But it can't hurt having more items, right? So we've already come across... Oh, there's some convenient steps. We didn't make a bed, did we? What do we need to make a bed? Light hide. We must have got some from that rabbit, because I'm pretty sure I didn't have that before. Okay, so I think... Oh, that charged attack was sick. I think we're like getting to the point where we're in our first dungeon. Is that a chest? That looks like a chest. You probably can't see it because it's dark. Let's go ahead and make some torches. We'll just make 8. We can put the... perfect. So Z has this wheel where we can select things. Crude torch. Okay. Let's make some steps down. I'm already learning this game. Literally. This is a blind let's play. Not played this before. Trust me. I don't know what I'm doing, but we're going to do this. We are going to do this. So first impressions so far of Hytale. I'm actually quite enjoying it. Let's try and make our way down here and check that out, because I want to know if there's a chest there. And what's this that we're mining as well? Some like green block. Green mushroom block. Why would mushroom be that hard to mine? Also, actually, I've just realised what will we risking by going down here? Probably nothing, because I turned on keep inventory mode on. So we're not even going to lose anything if we die, right? So we can just go and explore here and pick everything up. Was this a chest? Open goblin chest. Boom oh, something's rushing towards me. There's something with blue eyes there. I need to be careful. Let's loot quick. Birch wood, wheat seeds, more of medium hide. I need light hide. I thought I just found what we were looking for. Roast vegetables. Don't mind if I do. I guess we're becoming a vegetarian, boys. Okay, we're going to take that chest. Like I say, if we die, honestly, who cares? Because we can keep... Oh, it's a rat. Oh, does the rat fight us or does it run? Oh. Well... I guess it wasn't trained in armed combat because that was too easy. Oh, there's the little... I swear, yeah, I swore I saw something else. There's the little mite down there. Little mite. That's a great insult. I'm going to start calling people mites that I don't like. Oh, yep, there's the skeleton. We thought we saw a skeleton and then we didn't, and there is one down there. I think we need to get into our first tough fight. I'm guessing the skeleton's going to be harder, right? I don't know if... Okay, there's one there. There's multiple. I don't think this is going to end well if I jump down. I'm not exactly equipped for this. Oh, a map. Okay, this is cool. So we can place markers. We can press P and it'll show the players. So that's pretty cool. We can see the whole map. I don't know if this is like a procedurally generated thing where it's endless like Minecraft. We can see like the villagers. We can see a big amount of the map already, right? And we can see our player position. We've not even explored all this, but it's given us a big amount. Creative tools is only available in creative mode. You can gain access to this by OPing us. If you op yourself and go OP self with this command, you can press the O hotkey. You do not have permissions to use that command, okay? Should we just YOLO it? Should we just jump down? I think I'm ruining all the tension by camping up here. I'm trying to stealth it, but... I mean, there's 2 skeletons. What's the worst that could happen? Let's get ourselves some wild meat. Some epic meats. You see... Oh, I turned off full damage. Yeah, bugger that. Okay, let's try the combat. Okay, I'm gonna die. Let's do a lunge attack. Okay, that didn't end well for me. Okay. Oh, blocks. Oh no, you can't consistently block. Wait, why can't I block anymore? Is there like... Is there an energy bar that like prevents you from blocking? Okay, I'm dead. Go on, attack me. I'm dead. I'm literally dead. Come on, come on. Ooh. Oh, I've beat them. Okay, boys. That was close. We're just waiting for another skeleton to come out the woodworks. It'd make good content if it just came and ambushed me, but how does healing work? Do we have to constantly eat? Or is it just heal back? I mean, we have an energy bar. Okay, I'm taking this. A minecart. Sick. Okay, these skulls, I guess this is what we originally saw. I thought I saw a skeleton when we were coming down the mine shaft, but it was just skulls. So we'll take some rocks. What's this? Is this some kind of ore? I think this is ore in Hytale, right? It looks like some kind of... Oh, it's just mushroom again. Okay. I guess ores are just like blocks in Minecraft. I presume we're going to find them. Okay, we've got a torch. This looks like... Oh, it's not a dead end. We can get through here. How am I going to navigate back to the top? That's my question. I do not know. I like these glowing mushrooms, though. Just illuminating the cave. What's this? What's this fog? Is it fog or is it smoke coming from down here from some encampment? It's nice when you drop in a new game like this because honestly you don't know what to expect. I'm going to collect these and we can use them for some kind of base later maybe. I'll use these as my own defenses. Am I walking into some like underground village or something? Why are all these spikes here? Yeah, just playing a new game you have no clue what to expect. This is why I didn't watch any gameplay honestly. Because I don't know what's going on in this game. And if I fell on those spikes, I'd be dead for sure. Something's going to be around the corner. Honestly, I'm just going to run into another skeleton or something. Why have I got my pickaxe out? Ooh, lava. I don't really have anything to build a bridge across there, so don't think that's the best of ideas. So I'm going to skip on that one. What else is through here? All these torches are also off, so whatever lives down here doesn't want me to have any light by the looks of it. So it feels like I'm walking into a trap. What's through here? Oh, okay, nothing's around there. Should we break this? We've got some salt. Oh, we can cut that. You can cut the vines with the sword. We're learning things. Okay, there's some kind of gate. There's some more spikes. Oh, there's a little hidden walkway down here. Wait, I think I heard a roar. Unless I'm going crazy, I don't know. I also have YouTube on in the background while I'm playing this. I don't know why. Just auto playing. Wait, is that a monster? I'm going to zoom in on whatever this is in the edit. Because I can't actually tell if it's something. It looks like a monster. Okay, this isn't exactly my best idea. Let's just build a cobblestone bridge. Because jumping across lava when I've never parkoured on this game before can't end well. Okay, this feels like some kind of... Oh. As I was going to say, it feels like a trap. Then something nearly fell on me and exploded. Still haven't found any ore. I'm guessing there is some kind of ore here for me to mine, but I don't really understand. Maybe I'm supposed to be looking for crystals and not like rock with ore in it like Minecraft. I should have studied. I should have studied, bro. Oh, no. Explosive goblins. You love to see it. This is the first death. First Hytale death. Oh, he's just... Okay, he's played himself. Huh. I guess that explosive dude was hiding in the loot room. I don't know if he can... Wait, can you come back up? Can you climb up ladders? I don't know. I'm guessing you can just come up here, right? Can I just block him off? Oh well. Oh! Yeah, I'm dead. I think that was a loot room. There's probably a lot of nice loot up there. Should I just find a way back up? I think I have a lukewarm IQ or here's the ladder. I literally forgot where the ladder was already. Okay, well, I love how I said he played himself and then I played myself by blocking myself up. Well, let's just eat a cheeky little apple, which looks more like a tomato. And let's see what loot we've got. And hopefully we don't get... Ooh, a bed. Okay. I don't know why I would set this as my respawn point. That wasn't really the smartest of things I've done in my life. Let's break the bed. Take that. See if there's any more loot. Evidently not. And let's head towards the trap where we drop down. Let's see if we find anything down here, shall we? Oh, no. About time we had arachnophobia mode on. Luckily, I'm not scared of spiders. It'd be nice if they had health bars, right? Can we turn on health bars? Or is that a feature they're adding? Come on, attack me, bro. There we go. Ugh. Yeet. Okay, are you gonna drop anything useful? I guess not. Oh gosh. There's cocoons here. What kind of hostages is this spider took? The cocoons move as if they're alive, and then you just attack them and it's just bones. That's actually pretty scary. Okay, I'm just gonna... Bombs... Copper ore. Bugger the mushrooms. Crude battle axe. Sticks. We probably need those. Oh, we have a nice little weapon. What about this cocoon? More bones. There's a big cocoon. Oh, that's bones too. I thought maybe like if we opened the big cocoon, like a boss had come out or something. Okay, so these caves are interesting to say the least. Now I need to figure out how to get back up. So I guess we just head the direction we came from. So that was cave exploration in Hytale. Oh, perfect. We found our first copper ore organically because we found some before. 5 copper, so we need a furnace to smelt copper ingots. Well, if we find our way back, how the tables have turned, my friend. How the tables have turned. Oh, maybe not. Yeah. I'm just going to leave him behind. It's 2026. We're leaving the goblin in the past. Not going to have a fight with that boy. Because otherwise, we don't want to die down here. The whole point we came down here was to plunder and get out of here, right? Venom sack. Okay, let's eat some more meats. I like how I can have a torch and eat at the same time. The interface is very nicely done, that's what I'll say. Okay, I want to do a bit of exploring. So, I want to find some villages, some structures. I think... Oh, nice. We made our way back up. Mostly. I mean, it'd be tempting to drop down another... Oh, no. The mite's back. Just as we thought we were getting away, the mite came back. I love how the meat's just called wild meat. Nothing specific to the animal. I love that we should be probably getting some more copper or some kind of ores down here. Thing is, kind of dangerous. Kind of too many monsters. Also, forgot completely where those stairs were. I mean, there was some stairs, but I think for the most part we just dropped in here, right? Don't know how to find my way back up. I guess we could use this dirt to get out of here. We'll use some basic blocks. Can we tower up like in Minecraft? Oh, damn. Towering and building's really quick on this. Okay, I'm impressed. I don't really have any junk blocks though, to be honest. I don't want to waste all that wood I got. I mean, I guess I could get the wood back though. What's the sprint key? Is it control? No, it's not. Okay, I'm just gonna do a 300 IQ move. I'm gonna build some stairs up. And you can see that auto step mode, by the way. We can just naturally walk up a block, just like it's a ladder. So we don't have to jump, that's convenient. So now, we're just going to have to slowly walk up here and get to the top. You'll love to see it, boys. You absolutely love to see it. Slowly does it. Slowly does it. So what I want to do now is when we get to the top, I just want to do a little bit of exploring, right? Now, I don't know if you guys want me to make a series out of this and continue this world. Obviously, this can't be like a 1 hour long play because I'd have to condense everything. But I do want to show, I think the remaining features I need to show is just creative mode. So if I get up, do a little bit of exploring above ground, now that we've kind of shown most things underground, I've showed you like the procedurally generated like loot rooms, some explosive goblins, some skeletons, showed you a little bit of mining and looting. So you can kind of see the RPG mechanics in here for the most part. And I've showed you some very basic crafting. I haven't shown you the crafting station or the furnace, so those are the things we're going to have to make next, as long as we've got the materials. I kind of want to show you the basics. Most of everything in this video, like the kind of basics. Okay, this may be a problem. We've run into a bear. We have a problem. Now, underground, we could just kind of get out there. Above ground, yep. Ugh. Damn, I thought I chopped the bear then. Oh, okay. Well, I underestimated the bear, but luckily I spawned here, and luckily because I destroyed the bed I didn't spawn in the cave again. For some reason I keep using control for shift, like for the sprint key, because I'm so used to Minecraft, but sprint is actually shift in this game. Shade textures have been reloaded. Okay, so if we press F6, shader textures reload. If we press F7, it's kind of like F3 in Minecraft, so it shows us like the block we're looking at, like debug stuff, the coordinates we're in, and then if we press it again we can see like more information. So we can see the FPS, we can see the memory, the network and the ping, information about the audio in the system, the server we're on, our hardware, and information about the world, the biome, the weather. So we can view some nice little information. F8 removes elements, so we can remove the action bar and also our weapon. So that's like for screenshots. F9, F10, F11. That changes like the windowed mode. We are in windowed mode. It would be better if I wasn't, but you know, consistency. So above ground looks nice, right? We have like little frogs here. I don't know about that. So with attacking, as you've seen, we can just hold left mouse and we can attack a little bit quicker. Or if we hold it up, we can do a charged attack and jump and slam. We can right click to block. and then also left click while blocking to kind of bash mobs. And Q, I guess, is a special move. I think you have to wait for that to charge maybe. So I'm guessing that's a special ability. These look like some kind of rock or granite mountains over here. Wait, can we mine like a massive tree? What if we destroy like the wood here? Will the whole tree come down? I don't think so. Maybe we have to like mine all of the bottom roots and then it'll come down. Because this is a massive, yeah. Oh, look at all that wood, man. All that loot, I love it. Luckily, well, not luckily, unfortunately, we can't actually fit all in our inventory. I mean, our inventory's full. There is a sorting button, by the way. Sort items by type, so we can cleanly sort our inventory. And you can also see stats like health, stamina, defense, and mana as well on the inventory interface. You can toggle the pocket crafting menu to save space. There's also more information, so apparently we need to find the Forgotten Temple to learn more about this tab. And we do the backpack upgrade, which is something we craft, and we unlock this as well, which I guess is the backpack slot. So a lot of stuff here. On the right, you can see this is kind of like inv tweaks from Minecraft and kind of like inventory shortcuts. So if we click an item and hold shift and right click, we can take half of the item stack. And if we just right click, we take one. So obviously I can try that on just like a 3 stack just to show you instead of a 2 stack. We can also shift and left click to transfer things back and forth from the inventory to the chest, which I've already done. And now we kind of have enough loot to basically craft any of the basic stuff. We can also hide unknown recipes. There's also a search to filter. Where are we now? So you can see, we can see the spawn. There's various icons for the POIs, the points of interest. We can see where our death point was on which day we died. So if you want to do like 100 days in Hytale, I guess you could do that. Forgotten Temple Gateway. So this was something it said we needed to find, right? Find the Forgotten Temple. So can we just, yeah, let's set a marker. Select location, and it'll mark it on our compass. Let's go to that first, right? I promised you I was going to show you some exploring, so we're going to do some exploring, okay? We're going to go to the Forgotten Temple. Oh, sick. Okay, when we sprint, let's wait for our energy bar a bit more. If we sprint, and then we hold control, we can do like a slide. Okay, that's pretty sick. So the Forgotten Temple's a little bit further, so we'll see a little bit more terrain and some of the biomes we'll course through. I think that's a sheep over there. Let's go check it out. Can we jump on lily pads and do some parkour? Oh, we can as well. Except if you jump on them and stay on them, then you just fall through them. I guess that's more realistic than Minecraft. Okay, we're just going to kill this sheep, who is apparently invulnerable. Oh, that's because I'm attacking it with an axe. Rookie mistake. Oops. Surely still an axe should still kill a sheep. I don't like that. That's like those mod packs that like make it so you can't use tools at a certain level. If you attack like a mob with a tool, you can't damage it. That just makes no sense. They should probably change that just to kind of, you know, make it make sense. Is this a building? Okay, we've got some crops over here, so we can destroy those and pick up some more wheat. So I guess we could just break these. Maybe at some point later we'll need that. It is nighttime, it seems, so I think generally things are just spawning. Bruh. Don't test me, bro. Okay. What's it dropped? Bone fragments and linen scraps. Guess we've got a poor skeleton over here. We didn't exactly need that stuff, but whatever. Yeah, this is like a village. I think it's a broken village, so I don't know if there's going to be any loot in here. I'll leave that blue frog alive because it's nighttime. It's getting kind of spooky, right? I don't really want to kill things because then I'll be alone. That was so close. I nearly fell into another abandoned mineshaft. Oh, damn, a skeleton sorcerer. That's something I did not think I'd see. That's a new one. Okay, let's head to this Forgotten Temple. I'm not messing around. It's nighttime. The skeletons carry torches. Let me just mention, that is a cool little feature. Oh, hi, squirrel. That's a cool little feature. Skeletons are carrying torches, and they light up the night. I love that. I'm loving it. This Forgotten Temple looks sick. So that looks like an Atomic Strikers battle tower, like from Minecraft. And this is the entrance to the Forgotten Temple. So we have a nice statue over here. We can turn this brazier off. I don't know if, like, do we pray to this statue and get some kind of blessing? Only God knows, I don't know. Maybe we'll just break it. I guess that's disrespectful. The Forgotten Temple. Sick. This looks like a shrine off the Elder Scrolls. I'm guessing this is what they got inspiration from. I feel like this game has inspiration from like 100 other games. So shout out to the Hypixel team. Shout out to Simon Hytale, or, you know, the main dev dude and all that stuff. They've made a pretty cool game. So far, so good. So it did say reach the Forgotten Temple entrance. Well, I feel like I've been lied to because I found the Forgotten Temple. I've gone in the entrance. Nothing's happened, so I guess I'll just follow the stairs down. Oh, Okay, this is sick. Yeah, we found the gateway, boys. Don't know where this leads. Let me just get my sword out, because you don't know what you're going to run into down here. So this is cool. So we have like an ancient place. We have statues to this lady. I don't know what this lady represents. We'll give her a nice smooch. There we go. I don't know, like, I don't know why she's so special. Got a nice bow here. I should probably start culling my inventory. Fruit skewer. Okay. Essence of life, a form of overflowing life energy found in abundance around plant life on Orbis. In great enough concentrations, perhaps it could even bring forth sentience where it was absent before. Okay, that's some nice lore for you guys. Take some plant fiber, take some more copper. I don't know. High roll chest. That sounds like the kind of chest I want in my house, because we're a high roller. That means we're rich, I think. Ooh. Oh, can I just step through here? Okay. We've joined the Forgotten Temple. I love that there was a guardian trying to block me from progressing and we just were too scared to fight. Yeah, I love how we just like skipped that guardian mini boss thing and then we just teleported anyway. We probably missed out on some kind of like boss fight achievement and tons of really good loot, but God knows, I just didn't want to die. But apparently we're in a new place. We found the Forgotten Temple. Now we see those cool little creatures off the story looking at me, just saying hi. And we're just gonna kill them. No, we're not. It's good. It's all good. They're friendly. They don't want to attack me. We can't hurt them. They're just on display. They're just NPCs, you know. We'll leave them. But we're in like this beautiful like Garden of Eden looking place. Got these nice deer, which we also can't kill, unfortunately. Got these cute little rabbits. I don't know what the meaning to this is. It's like some cool aether looking temple in the sky. We've taken a portal to it. And I think there's probably... Oh, we have villagers. Can we... Press F to trade. Klopp's Merchant. We can trade under construction signs for under construction signs. That's great. What about his stuff? Can we just nick it? Apparently not. So this is... from my understanding, this is like a trading hub. Blocks are unbreakable. I don't know if this is like teleported me to like some server. Is this like multiplayer I'm in now? I don't know. Okay, can I talk to this dude? Okay, she actually has stuff to trade. Rootling Merchant. Salt. Essence of Life. Dough. Okay, well I can't afford any of this stuff. Pumpkin pie. Yeah, I'm too poor to afford anything, so... Sorry. It was probably like a prophecy that I was supposed to come through like this portal and then... Oh, I'm going to set my respawn point to this place. I like this place. I could stay here for a long time. I might actually move here. Let's live here. Wherever this is. What's this? You have unlocked the memories feature. Void's curse keeps Orbis locked away, but there may yet be a way to break it. A deity rests within this heart of Orbis. Seek out memories of Orbis's myriad creatures and record them here to restore her will. Your inventory can now store a limited number of memories under a special section. Return them to the heart of Orbis to unlock a variety of rewards. So, these memories all go in this memory book under certain categories such as freshwater, mythic, avian, abyssal, etc. Don't quite understand this system. We have Quebec, and then it says record one memory. Have we unlocked a memory? New memory collected frog. Is that under critter? 0 out of 18. Where's the frog under? A record one memory? Do we just have to keep pressing this? Honestly? No memories to record. Oh, 1. Quebec. Quebec sapling found. So I guess this is just like a book of mobs in the game. I don't quite understand that, but that's a cool feature. There's just so much to explore. It's a little bit overwhelming. Whip. Work in progress. Remember guys, this is early access, so cut them a little bit of slack. 7 years in the making, they finally released it. Something for us to play. Oh, new memory collectors. Quebec seedling. I could record the memory, but I can't be bothered. Okay, so yeah, this is some kind of hub world. This is pretty cool and all. Let's just make sure we've looked around first, and then I think we're going to hop into creative mode, because I think we've reached an impasse. Obviously, there would be more to do, such as jumping around survival, trying to mine some more ores, kicking some more goblins. But as you can see us walking around though, we are collecting more of these memories. Like when we run into a new mob, it records a memory that we've discovered something fresh. So I guess it makes more sense to run around, see bunnies, discover things. I think like we can't go too far around this place. Otherwise, we'll go out of bounds. It's not like a big place, to be honest. What about looking down? Yeah, we are literally just on a sky block. It's almost like we've joined a Hypixel server on Minecraft. Like we're playing Skyblock, or I'm playing a Skyblock mod pack. Up in the sky, there's like this weird arcane magic. There's some floating planetoids. All in all, this survival slash adventure mode is actually pretty cool. Not gonna lie, pretty enjoyable. Now, I'm forgetting some things. I made certain promises. I did say I would place the workbench down. I'd show you more stuff. But unfortunately, can't place that down because we're in a new place. So this is the end of survival. Let's go check out creative. I guess if I just quit, it'll save it, hopefully. Worlds. Okay, less than a minute ago, so I presume it's just saved now. So we can just create a new world, go on creative, and we'll just make a creative world. This is going to be interesting. So are the settings the same for creative mode? So creative mode, creative hub, generated world, or flat world. So I don't know what the creative hub is. Flat world is just going to be like super flat. Generated world will be like a normal world. We can turn on NPCs. We can also pause time. I'm going to go ahead and do that as well. Also, you can see it says mods, no mods available. So let's just click apply and create world. I'm probably going to do like a mods video and some mods tutorials because a lot of people are probably going to expect me to do that. But obviously, I've been trying to learn the game first before I get into mods because that kind of makes sense, right? So, convergence. So this is the creative hub world. So from here, we have 3 different portals, it seems. So I guess we have portals to different areas in the map. Is this where we were in the survival segment? I guess this is a portal to there. And then I don't know where the other portal is to. It looks like some flat world. This looks like some kind of savannah or forest. I don't know. Let's just run to this greenery. This might be a flat world. I'm not going to go through all these portals, to be honest. So if we type /hub, it takes us back to the cosmos of creativity, aka the hub world. There's some kind of OP command, OP self. We are now OP. Perfect. So if we double tap space, we can use fly mode. Shift is going to make us move a bit quicker. Control is down. Double tap space again to go back into walking mode on the ground. So in the bottom right, you can see there's also some overlay buttons. So creative tools is B. So creative tools, this is the hub from which you can access various tools and editors that can aid in the creation of content in Hytale. Simply choose one of the tools from the menu above to get started. So this was what was seen in the screenshots and also what I released in my Hytale pre-release videos. So from here, we can access the assets editor, so it'll start the assets editor. This is going to come up as an individual tool separate from the interface over there. So from here we can select Hytale and we can edit all the in-game assets. So we can go through the subfolders like cave, ambfx, so we can view like the sound files, view and edit the conditions and audio settings and properties of all these things, for an example. Barter shop asset, restock hour. So a lot of different tags and properties we can change in here. We can go into entities, trails, NPCs, bear claw. So we can change everything here from colors and all these properties. Now, I don't quite understand all this stuff yet. Obviously, we could go under the NPC attitude groups of different creatures and change that. And you can also go from the editor to the source and actually edit the code itself. And then you would apply changes, override these assets, etc. I'm not adept in that tool. I just want to show you what's available. You also have the asset node editor. So you have to obviously allow permissions on the computer and this will open up. So basically a node editor, if you've used a game development software like Unreal Engine, you basically have these different nodes. Then you can map these different wires from each node and basically then create another property or node if you like and attach that node to the new one with the wires, etc. So this is kind of like how people usually create visual code and properties. It's kind of hard to explain. Obviously you have the demo workspace, you have the biome generator, density, auto position nodes, mirror nodes. There's a lot of different tools in here, okay? So that is the asset node editor. You also have the model editor. Now they've changed this. There was originally a native model editor, but recently in the past few weeks, in the last months, we've seen that now they're actually using Blockbench as the official model editor just because it's really good and people already know it from Minecraft. So the transition from Minecraft modeling to Hytale modeling for modders will be really easy. So it says Blockbench installation required. We're now using Blockbench for 3D model editing. Seems like you don't have Blockbench installed. It's only possible to launch Blockbench from Hytale if you install Blockbench with the installer. Would you like to install it now? So you have to go and download it from the website. I don't currently have it installed, but there's no difference really. It's just a normal Blockbench, but I think you need a Hytale plugin for it, which you can download easily. As for World, you have the prefab editor. So this is basically for creating and editing prefabs. So you can change like the root directory, the save configs, the WorldGen type, environment, the grass tint. Basically, you can load prefabs as well and you can save them. And then you can look at the prefab list as well. You can also spawn entities, so if I just want to spawn creatures in the world, I can just go ahead and select them. This is also kind of nice because, as you can see, there's actually a huge list of creatures. I'm actually really surprised. I don't know if these are all in the game yet, and if you can just see them in that map we played earlier if you explore farther enough, but you can see a lot of different creatures here. We can also rotate them, so you can kind of get an idea of the side profile. You can type in like the count number too, so we could type in 10, and it would spawn 10 at the same time. Unfortunately, we can't use the arrow keys to go down the list here. It would be nice if they coded that in, just so we could easily do it without clicking and scrolling. But there's massive dragons you can find in dungeons, all of these arachnid kind of creatures, different skeleton types. So a lot of different interesting creatures in here. There's a lot of skeletons, by the way. Got traders, flamingos, frogs, all these goblins and jellyfish. There's a lot of different monsters. Obviously, we could spawn one, so I could go ahead and let's just spawn a mole rat. We could just spawn 10 of them. And they just come out of each other. I'm in creative, so I presume they're not going to attack me even if I just punch them. But bear in mind, you can also spawn items. So I guess we can just go ahead and just pick these up and drag them on the ground, and they'll just kind of place on the ground nearby. But you can see the full item list down here. So they're broken down into categories like rocks, structural, soils, ores. You can take a look at all the ores in game. So obviously we have zephyr, we have topaz, voidstone, sapphire, ruby, emerald, and diamonds. And then we also have the ores like thorium, silver, some really cool ores, and also different sub blocks for the biomes. Prisma, onyxium, mithril, so many different ores, gold, iron. You get the idea. Cobalt, adamantite, volcanic styles of ores as well. Then we have plants, fluids. Fluids would be interesting. I don't really understand, like, there's no like item bar where I can spawn these. I guess there's another way to do that. We have poison, lava, slime, red slime, tar, water, and mud. Then we have portals. So these are just like those portals I used to go to the island earlier, and like the creative portal. Then we also have furniture. So from here we can have the alchemist workbench, armorer's workbench, all the different blocks in game for any kind of utility. All the storage things, like they have Christmas themed ones. So I guess we can just preview blocks and spawn blocks. All furniture, which is kind of similar to Terraria. So the good kind of thing that I'm seeing from Hytale is they have a lot of native features based off Minecraft and inspired by other games too, which I mentioned. And also you'll kind of notice that a lot of them kind of inspired by mods. Like a lot of Minecraft mods you'll see, it's inspired by a lot of those. And obviously I'm rotating things here in the 3D space, but I could just spawn these in and then I just have the pickaxe in game. I don't know if I can pick this up, but this is how we spawn things in 3D space. So that's the entity spawner. I guess I could also show you that you can spawn just models. So I think these, if we spawned them, for an example, this just says model and not an NPC. So I think this is kind of like a mannequin. It doesn't actually have an AI set of behavior, so it won't actually move. But there's also spawning particles. So we could also just click on particles and spawn them over here. We can also change the player model. So we could set the player model to an animal, and you can see I'm playing as an animal now, and it's actually conveniently holding the block as well in the right position. It's not like glitched or anything. And now I'm playing as some bird, so that's kind of nice. Tint chunks. So we can apply the tint to the chunks we're around. So this specific chunk will be tinted red, which kind of changes the biome chunk. So some nice creative tools in here. Instances. We can spawn certain instances. I don't know what I did, honestly. I think I broke my game. Oh, I've joined Zone 2 Desert 1. Okay, so it did actually spawn an instance of something, and then if I press the map, I am now actually in a desert, so that did actually work. That's actually quite impressive. And also, the creatures in that instance have also spawned. So if you want to drop in, like, a specific instance from the menu, you can do that, and now we have, like, these flying hornets. That's actually kind of cool. We can just randomly play sounds in the game. We can import OBJs, which if you didn't know are model files, and then import them to clipboard, to paste. We can import images. As for the builders tool, so from here we can see the survival inventory, which I showed you earlier. But there's also creative mode quick settings. So press the tick box to enable no clip. We can change the flight mode, the inertia, and the move speed. Turn off NPCs detecting us, hit response, air placement of blocks, tool delay, and then we can hide all the HUDs and stuff. We can display the legend and show the tool notifications, etc. So there's a lot of stuff we can turn on or off here. Remember, this isn't just creative mode for building. This system is also for things like machinima as well. So there's a lot of different tools we can access to bend the game engine to our will. So we can also drag the tools we want into this action hotbar here. So this paintbrush tool, for an example, we can paint different shapes and materials onto blocks. So right now it's selecting just like this chunk of cobblestone, I presume, and then we can just right click and paste it. This is literally a brush, okay? So I can aim it, it'll show you the selection area. If I left click, it's just like the break effect, but we have this brush and radius rather than just like a 1 block radius. So we can just like hold it as well and aim in the direction, it'll break everything that I'm looking at too. So we can use it as a brush to kind of like mold the world, bend it to our will. And obviously on the left hand side there's a legend as well, which we can toggle on or off with the L key, and it'll show us how to actually change and modify it. So for an example, with the arrow keys we can change the vertical height, and that's up and down, and then right and left we can change the horizontal width, obviously. So we can change the cone, or I guess the radius of this tool as well. And then if we go in B again and we go to builders tool, we can do the same thing. So we can drag in any tool we want, so either a block or a tool. So we've got laser beam, we've got entity grabber, the selection tool, sculpt brush, layer brush. There's so many different tools we can use, copy and paste, ruler, flood brush. So literally they give you so many different tools. So this is the laser pointer, it just like points a laser at something. That's literally it. Just beams of light. The entity grabber, I presume this is going to allow us to pick up mobs. Now it would be convenient if that wasp was here, but I guess we found another victim. And you can see it has a selection area around here, and we can hold right click, or hold left click rather, and then now the entity is floating in stasis, and then we can just like press left click again and drop it to where we want it, or we can left click to move it around and right click to drop it again. And obviously we can enter the entity spawner UI with the E key while holding this. There's loads of different options for every tool. Selection tool, so we can hold the mouse to select an area. We can also use the scroll key to access other tools still. So if we select an area, we can also change the selection size, or we can press the delete key to delete it. On the sculpt brush tool, this just gives you basically a sphere by default to sculpt out the mountain. Very similar to the tool I showed you before, although this is kind of like a nuker. Like with the Minecraft hack clients, it kind of has a nuker effect, as you can see, in the way that it kind of deletes a lot of the terrain. The layer brush tool, a lot of these do similar things. You have to look at the map legend. We have the prefab pasting tool, so when you copy things like earlier when you import them, such as the OBJ files, it said you could copy it to the clipboard, so I presume you could then paste it with the paste key, or you could press E to open the prefabs list, anything in here which you've saved, and then also paste it with this brush as well. The line brush tool, you can start or point at a line, cancel a line, as you can see. This we can use to create things like paths, for an example, just convenient for like villagers as far as I can see. And the ruler tool, if I hold right click, you can see it's giving us the positions of everything. So every tool has its use. Unless you clear like the selections, they will usually just stay drawn on the world until like you drop the tools, for an example. So that's the brushes in the builder tools. We can also shift left click them to move them out of our hotbar. They're in different categories, right? I didn't show you all the tools, I just showed you those as an example. There are obviously more brushes you can use. For an example, there's example prefabs, there's also different filter blocks, brush filters, and there's also the machinima tool here as well. So this is a key one. So contrary to popular belief, this is not actually a bazooka, this is a camera, okay? But anyone who wants to make small movies like they did back in the day, you can basically use this tool, and with the N key you can go into the machinima editor. Think of it like the Minecraft mod where you can create different camera angles and cinematics. If you played Minecraft, you've probably heard of the replay mod. This is basically the same thing. This is what it's based off of, okay? And obviously the base command for operations for this is .mac. If you press enter, it'll show you some subcommands like .mac scene, .mac actor. All of them will show in the chat when you type in .mac, short for .machinima, .mac fps, playback fps, .mac fps 30, etc. That's the playback of the clip in the timeline. So there's a lot of different options for that. That's obviously for another video. Maybe I could make another video on that. That's basically all the tools. And then for the categories, of course, you can go ahead and just spawn items. So I could just spawn an adamantite pick. Doesn't really mean much when I'm in creative mode because I can break everything with left click anyway. So that's the main tools on here. We can access the map as usual, of course. This is everything in the inventory. So this is how you would actually spawn items normally, as well as the creative mode brushes. If you want to spawn items normally to actually just place in the world, I'd recommend just doing it through the inventory because that's like the natural Minecraft creative mode way of doing it. All of the menus I showed you before on how to spawn blocks and NPCs, they only spawn one at a time time in front of you, whereas this way we can spawn like a full stack of blocks and just place them. So that's the main commands. And then obviously you have the help commands menu section, and this is basically a whole index of all the commands in game, and we can easily use them. This shows things like server commands too, like how to ban a player. You could click send to chat and it'll type it in for you, and then you just replace the parameter with the actual thing that you want. So I could just type in the Blue Crusader, but I'm just going to put the Blue Crusaders because I don't want to ban myself from my own game, although it's not actually available in single player mode. So if you want to know how to use all commands, you can obviously use this, and it'll allow you to learn the game. Plus there's also a search key for it as well. So this is creative mode and basically everything covered. And then online play, we've showed you how to do that. So this was my first impressions of playing Hytale for the first time. This has been 7 years in the making, guys. This game has literally been so hyped, and it's a game which we thought would never get released, right? So shout out to Simon and the Hypixel team and the Hytale team. I think to my knowledge, he spent millions to get this game back, right? Or I don't know if he got a good deal. He spent tons of his hard-earned money and created a team and got this released, because this game was pretty much as good as dead. We also need to give a good shout out to Riot Games as well. They are actually quite a nice company if you think about it, because instead of just abandoning the game when they gave up on it, they allowed the original developer to get his game back. Even though they'd spent tons of money on it, they didn't have an ego whatsoever. They allowed the game to be kind of finished and released. I don't know the monetary deal behind all that, but the fact that we've got this shipped and that it's actually playable after all these years is honestly a miracle. Now the next thing we have to wait for is GTA 6. So we're going to be covering Hytale in the coming weeks. I'm going to be making some more videos on this. We'll probably be making some tutorials, covering some mods, maybe even some mod packs. There's some really cool stuff coming out and already updates. Apparently there's already a second update coming, so we'll be covering that stuff. So if you want to see Hytale, more Hytale on this channel and Hytale mods, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe, and let me know in the comments what videos do you want me to make on Hytale. Do you want me to make tutorials for anything specific? Do you want me to cover any specific mods, or is there something you want me to cover on this game? Please do let me know, and make sure to subscribe if you enjoyed this, and check out these two videos next.